BlazeBodyz! What's up, everyone? Listen, I had planned on doing a really beautiful video in commemoration of Mother's Day this weekend. It's less than a week away. And I will probably do it next week. It'll be late because I have to do this week's topic on something that's extremely disturbing, and we must talk about it today. Now, this morning, I told you last week in my segment that I follow a few different YouTube channels in relation to the fitness industry and all, and there's a bunch of individuals that I follow that are very funny, charismatic, intelligent, and so on. And this morning I was watching one on Marc Lobliner's site, the Tiger Fitness, on the newest thing is the dad bod. Now, if you're watching this and you've already seen about 10 other videos on it, I apologize, but there's no way I'm not talking about this one, all right? Because this is what we've come to. We live in a lazy, disgustingly lazy society, to the point where it has now become a fashion trend for you as a male to be a fat, disgusting, muscleless slob. And that is attractive to women. That's what is attracting women. We're doing it all wrong. All the hours we're spending in the gym, sacrificing, trying to stay lean. The older we get, the harder it gets. Still, we're in there, we're crushing it, we're trying to stay in shape. And by the way, you should be doing that for yourself, not anybody else. But just having said that, to the eyes of most women, according to these articles that have been recently published, even on mainstream media for that matter, that it is now attractive, more attractive, to have what's called the dad bod, which is, you can probably find a few other descriptions online if you follow some YouTube channels. I'll put some links below and you can watch a couple of them. But that would be more or less the skinny fat, pot belly, flabby pale man who looks like someone described it pretty well. It looks like someone who has just given up on taking care of themselves, and that's it. And that's attractive. That being lean and ripped and having abs and very well earned muscle, all that hard work is no longer attractive, according to these particular articles, to most women. Now, this is where our society has gone wrong. Now, as you know, statistically, in the last 20, 30 or some odd years, the obesity rate has climbed. It's climbed dramatically. And we've talked about this before. Our society has become extremely lazy. Now, there are other environmental factors involved too, because a lot of the obesity rate isn't just from people, overeating. There's chemicals in the foods, which is affecting, of course, the hormones of these kids being brought up. So they're, genetically they're at somewhat of a disadvantage in their genes because they have these chemicals messing hormones up and stuff. But for the most part, it's become a very lazy society. We're growing our kids up to be pretty much wusses. We're not letting them stand up for themselves. They're in particular sports, athletic events, and we don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, so we give everybody a trophy instead of the one person who busted their tail to get it, and so on and so forth. So over the last 20, 30 years, we have become progressively lazier and weaker. And as you know, and I've said it all along, if you go into any gym in America, or anywhere for that matter, And out of every given workout you go in, you'll only see maybe 1, 2, or 3 people in a full gym who stand out. Those are the individuals who are busting their tail to the maximum and look like it. And the rest are just putzing around, going through the motions. This is the norm. And as far as in the fitness industry, it's always somewhat been like that to some degree. It's always been a higher percentage of people making forth the effort. I'm not going to say they're not trying. They are in there and they're busting it. But for the most part, as we've discussed many times before, they put no sacrifice, strategy, or effort into eating cleaner. And I've said it all along, and I said I would say it every single time. It's the majority of your battle is the way you're eating. So now here we are in a society where the society has just said, forget it. I'm not going to make an effort anymore. I'm going to be fat, look like crap, and that's it. And now this has become, because this is the majority of people are like this now, because there's only a small percentage of us freaks who are actually out there trying. Most women supposedly, according to this article, now find most men more attractive that look like this. I even listened to a video where the woman was saying that women think that the dad bod is better sexually because they anatomically, because of their guts, it gives them an advantage in the bedroom. I'm not going to get into details how that would be, but you can use your imagination. I'm disgusted by it, and I really hope that most of society is not thinking like this, because this is disgusting. This is gross. It's just not, as we say in the military, it's unsatisfactory. So if you've come across any of these articles online or seen some YouTube videos, again, I'm going to put some links below. You can actually see it for yourself. People actually think like this. Please, I hope that you are not in that realm of people who believe like that. Because there's nothing more important in life besides, of course, your family. That's the most important thing, and your spiritual beliefs and whatever you believe in spiritually. Those things are extremely important, but there's nothing more other than that, more important than your health. And to stay healthy, you need to keep your body fat low. You need to exercise as much and as often as you possibly can. And you need to eat as clean as possible all the time. Because the fatter you are, the more unhealthy you are. And I'm not trying to sound disrespectful. But if you're fat, if you're a male, I'm speaking for the dad bods out there. If you're in that particular condition, you're not healthy. You're not. Granted, we all know those people who have unfortunately passed away, who are close friends or family, who were in exceptional shape and just died without warning for whatever reason. But those people usually have some sort of genetic disposition that they didn't know about, and unfortunately they passed away. But the majority of the time, it is to your absolute advantage for health reasons to keep your body fat low, not shredded, not contest shape, but low, lean. And I'm going to throw numbers at you. If you were at around 10%, that would be in an ideal place. And of course, you go down below that for competition reasons. But for the sake of health, 10%, in my observations throughout my life, has been an optimal place for health. And for women, working with women most of the time and seeing them get healthier and healthier and more fit, I would venture to say a good 15% for women is a good healthy place to be. You go anything below that, that's, you know, then you have issues with associated with low body fat for women, so you don't really want to go there. Then it becomes unhealthy. But if you're going to compete, you have to. So again, I'm sorry I couldn't get into the subject of Mother's Day. I will do a late one next week, but there's no way I could not talk about this particular subject. See for yourself, it's the most ridiculous, disgusting, sad thing I personally have seen. And I think I've seen it all. And I've seen a lot. So this going on 49-year-old male who busts his ass 7 days a week, 2, sometimes 3 times a day, is going to continue to do so and eat as clean as possible to stay in the best shape I possibly can, to live the longest I possibly can. And if you're out there and you don't find me, my particular physique, attractive because you like the fat slob dad bod look, that's your personal preference. But that's really weird. But that's you know, we all different strokes for different folks, I guess, right? All right, I'm going to let you all go. I hope you all get to the gym and do your absolute best to not have a dad bod. And get lean, get mean, get healthy. All right? And please don't buy into this lazy society today with the way it thinks. You keep crushing it daily. And continue to do so for your own health and your own sake. All right? Take care, everyone.